Well, that sounds great. It definitely sounds like you've built up some trust within the industry. Um, Now, so over time, I can see how this would build over 10 years. I mean, 10 years is a long time. And then, progressing slowly and slowly. Did anyone ever sort of notice you and go, hey, this is the kind of company I want to support? I just want to understand, do you have the support of the community behind you while doing this? Because right now, we see a lot of negativity. But I've looked
Sure.
at the reviews of the company, and people really seem to enjoy what you do. How has the community responded? How have local businesses responded to your presence in the area?
Uh, Quite honestly, a lot of people have always supported us. You know, we have a car wash near us. You know, I hate to use names because people then turn around, and it's not per se just your channel; it's every other channel too. So I use somebody's name, and then they're sending them hate emails, just like they sent hate emails to the company that um, would sell us some of the equipment that we installed into our vehicles, and that company has nothing but the utmost respect for us, and we have the utmost respect for them, and they deal with nothing but law enforcement and fire departments, and they install amazing equipment into even the county sheriff cars in this county. So, but so I apologize that I'm not saying the company's names, but we have a car wash near us that helps us, supports us, gives us great deals because they love providing that service for our cars because sadly one of their workers passed away and we provided the service for free for them. Um, you know, we've done same thing with our gas station. We had a gas station. The owners, somebody's loved one passed away, and we were there for them. We provided the escort for free. They take care of us. So there's a lot of businesses support us. Of course, right now, if everything being the way it is some people are guarded in talking with us or dealing with us. However, we've only had one client stop using us with everything that's going on. Um, and Other than that, none of our clients haven't backed out in any way. They've stood strong with us. In fact, they support us very strongly, um, and they know the struggles and the dangers that we have to deal with on a daily basis. Being the fact that our hands are tied behind our back, that we are not law enforcement, and we are not running red and blue lights. We're running purple and orange. So a lot of the funeral homes, along with a lot of the community, does support us. Again, not everybody, obviously, and especially more so with what's happening right now. But uh, overall, we've always been accepted, and we still are to this day. So
Sure, great. That matches what I've seen with the reviews and some of the people I've talked to in the area. Now, reading through your website, I have been impressed by the services that you describe. It states that you can provide escorts for high-risk funeral processions. Have you ever had
mhm.
anyone take you up on, I would say, that offer? And what kind of risks are you expecting from those types of escorts?
Sure. In fact, we have a video, and you'll have
Hmm.
to forgive me. I'm very bad with the computer. I stay away from it as much as I can. Um, Due to, I'm sure, and everyone can go ahead and laugh that's watching your channel. They know who I am, so I do the best I can to stay away from the computer as much as I can. So I'm not that apt at making sure the videos are up. But to answer your question on a high risk escort, in fact, we have a video of one that we just recently did. In fact, the Orange County Sheriff's Warrant Squad was on the escort, and was not only on the escort, but they were at the uh, the funeral home, and then they were also at the cemetery because they were looking for somebody that had committed the murder that we were escorting, that day. Um, so the warrant squad was there; they were in the escort, and so on and so forth. There's people that are coming to the funeral that don't belong and are asked to leave, or cutting in and out of the funeral. Um, we also do, with today's time, it is what it is. We provide a great deal of escorts to people that have maybe not, or they die in a certain way that is not so much agreed with the public. They were accused of dealing, or they committed a murder, or they were dealing drugs, or they were, a home invader, and they died, or whatever the case may be. Um, and I understand that that person has something going on in their life. However, they are no longer with us, and that they are still a human no matter what. At the end of the day, whether they've made a mistake or not, they're still a human, and they're entitled to the right of a funeral, and which includes a funeral escort. So there's been a few times where we've done quite a few drug dealer funerals or dealers funerals, and rival gang members or rival dealers will show. Obviously, being the fact that we have no real power, it's more of about keeping the funeral procession together and keeping the traffic that doesn't belong out of it, and keeping the family safe. Because no matter what, at the end of the day, and everyone listening to your channel, they don't have to like me, but at the end of the day, the mother that's in the hearse, um, or the limo that's riding in front, that just lost their son, whether he's a dealer or not, uh, she's entitled to her last few minutes with her son, to that final resting place. And it's only fair that people give that time and stand back like they're supposed to, per what the law actually is. But that's not realistic, especially in Orlando with today's time. Um, you know, it's funny, we can actually do a funeral escort where we transverse a lot of counties, um, and we'll go from Orange County, and it's just hectic, haywire, dangerous, stress, and we'll get over out into Sumter County, and people are pulling over to the side of the road, getting out of their vehicles, holding their hearts over their hands over their hearts, or pulling their hats off and holding it. And at that point, we don't even have to do anything. We just ride in front or ride in back, because at that point, we're not even having to deal with traffic. It's just a total different realm of respect. And it's not per se that people in Orlando don't respect. I don't know if it's more that they don't respect, or if it's they don't really have the understanding. Um, you're to get your driver's license, they don't really explain very well that when you see a funeral, per Florida law, you're required to yield, just as if it was a fire truck or an ambulance or a police car. You have to give them the right of way. You have to yield to them. You can't just drive into them or drive. What my favorite thing is when they get in line with you so they can run the red lights with you. So back to your question, I'm kind of getting off on that, but the point is that mom or that father or that wife, or that husband, they deserve that last minute with them, and it doesn't matter if they're a drug dealer or not. So, the funny thing is our website was designed and made, and that's one of the things about me not dealing with computers too much. I didn't even make the website, and somebody made it for me out of the kindness of their heart. And although I told him we do high risk escorts. That's correct. He worded it a little better than I thought he might have, and some people talk about it and make comments about it, but it is what it is. The website's up because of that, and he provided it for us, and I can only do so much. But so yes, we do high risk escorts when it comes time to things like that. I wouldn't say so much they're high risk like we're providing SWAT or helicopter services or something. It's more of just, we understand, because the funeral home advises us, hey, this guy was this happened. We have family members that are not happy and that they're trying to come to the funeral home or trying to cause problems. We've been advised of this. Just keep your eyes open, pay extra close attention for us. So that would be what we would consider a high risk, because we know that there's a chance that, somebody's going to want to pull into the funeral and just break it up or cause disruption, so that kind of thing.
So it's more like you have been advised that it could be dangerous, and you're willing to take on some more dangerous type escorts, but it's not that you're going to actually, secure it necessarily. It's more of you look the part, and therefore people won't mess with you, hopefully.
Correct. Right. It's all about just the way it's about looking the part, you know. The more professional you look, the more people will give you that professional respect that you're looking for, which is, you know, hey, he's dressed professional. There and there's cars going, so there must be something going on. Let me give them the few minutes that they're asking for, or it's not. You know, it's funny. It's not even a few minutes. It's a few seconds, but you know, it is what it is. But um, you know.